And obviously, we're not promoting the county. And these were their challenges. Kanab should be one of America's most visited cities and a major base camp. But how do we bring downtown to life after 6 o'clock? And how do we make it pedestrian friendly? And how do we increase local spending? And it is highly seasonal. And you know what? This is their brand promise. Your base camp to some of the world's most astounding and astonishing geographic experiences. There is no city in North America that has as much around them in an hour and a half as Kanab does. Now, in Kanab, there was no sense of reinventing logos and even the abracadabra because they just won the grand prize for it. So this is about taking it to the next level and adding it as the pet-friendliest destination on the planet. And so we thought, could we do a series of magical journeys that include all of these, and then some. And while you're in Kanab, go to Best Friend's 3,500 acre animal sanctuary. It is truly awesome. And then Little Hollywood, and then downtown Kanab, you know, and then the pet-friendliest city. And so, here's the deal. Ken and his crew have done an excellent job promoting Kanab and Kane County. But, here's the scoop. Here's the idea for Kanab. And by the way, other places could do this. We wanted them to create a series of 6-inch by 8-inch cards that have a photo on one side and sample itinerary on the back side that they can hand out to people. And then, you know, here's the top 3 things to do. And here's our challenge. It would have all of that information on it. And then, website with magical journeys, buy Moda travel party. And we thought you could do a deal that talks about these magical journeys, which are all day trips. They're all day trips. And maybe number 1 is Bryce Canyon. Maybe number 2 is the north rim of the Grand Canyon. You know, one thing about Kanab, they can claim what's in Arizona as much as they can claim what's in Utah. You know, there's magical journey number 3, Zion National Park. They could do a whole series of these. And then I'm going to tell you what they need to work on to be able to capitalize on this. I mean, things like this stuff is just unbelievable. So you do a whole series of these. There's Bull Valley Gorge. I put question marks there because I wasn't sure, but it is right. And then even this one, Best Friends. That's an amazing site. And so by promoting these things, now you make Kanab your base camp. And, you know, I mean, they're incredible. But here's the scoop. You know where Kanab is now spending. They got their marketing down. They might do this, but here's the deal. How do you make Kanab a standalone destination? And here's what I mean. If you send visitors out an hour and a half, you send them out an hour and a half in the morning, so they spend the night in Kanab, they spend all day, wherever it is, Bryce Canyon, Zion, you name it, and then they come back, and they arrive back at 7 or 7:30 at night, and the town is closed. So, what Kanab, their whole focus of the team we're working with, is to make downtown worth coming back for, and making sure that things are open after 6 o'clock. And if you didn't hear this last year, I'm going to say it one more time, 70% of all consumer retail spending takes place after 6 p.m. Are you open? 70%. So if you're going to send them out, is it worth coming back for? And by the way, what's cool about Kanab, they say, okay, the first day, we want you to drive that hour and a half, but the next day, you'll have to drive 10 minutes and you'll be at Best Friends. Or 15 minutes, you'll be at Pink Coral Sand. So they can alter it. And it gives people a reason to stay there for weeks. And so this is what they're working around. And so, by the way, that's what you need to do. And so in their case, the focus is on product development and making downtown Kanab an amazing destination in its own right. So for everybody here at this conference, you need to answer that question. What is your unique selling proposition? That USP has been around for decades. And then finally, there are only 3 killers of a branding effort.